Hello and welcome to Press and Play. This is Heather, and today we are doing the second set for my sister-in-law, and this will be flowers that are encapsulated. And let's just jump right into it. I am starting with a primer instead of buffing. I did file the little nebuluses down and clean them with an alcohol wipe before I started. And this is the ENAILCOUTURE primer, and it has been working out quite well, so I will continue to use a primer instead of buffing because I'm lazy. So I'm not really, no I am, I'm lazy. But also, you know, why spend extra time doing something if a step can be much shorter, and this 100% is. So I am doing the full set. Some things I'll show you all of the nails because they're individual, and some things I will skip ahead because you don't need that. But that's the GAOY, and I missed the number because I was talking, but it will be linked. That's from the GAOY Milky Nude. I think it's called Milky White Nude Set, and it's got a milky white nail polish, nail gel, and some nudes, obviously. So, and I've been really enjoying playing with them. It's definitely been a step up from some of the other stuff I've been playing with. And this is the base coat. So I only did one coat, one layer of that nude color, because I really wanted it to remain as clear as possible. And it looks like a bit splotchy on this, but part of that is just because of the stand, and that creates kind of some weird shadowing behind it, but they end up looking pretty nice. I am using a set of dried flowers that I got from Amazon. I think it was 2 videos ago that I did that haul, and this is the set I got. I'm actually drying flowers right now from my backyard because while I like this set, it's also like $10 basically for some flowers, and I have them. So if I can get those to dry nicely, and I know sometimes when you dry flowers they kind of get funky as far as color goes, which makes sense why these are colored to such like an obviously unnatural color on some of them. I get it, but I would like to be able to use something that is actually growing in my yard that's there and beautiful. So we'll see how they turn out. I will let you know in future videos if that worked. So something to know if you are going to use dried flowers is they kind of have a mind of their own. Getting them to lay down is challenging, and you'll see me kind of flipping them around, and sometimes a stem is poking out, so I try to flip it. And if you're not into fiddly nails, I would say this is not the technique for you. They have really pretty stickers that really are pretty close to looking like real flowers, because working with the actual dried flowers, it's a lot of playing around and trying to get them to not stick out. And I'm going to encapsulate with a builder gel, which is actually my first time playing with a builder gel. Spoiler alert, I love builder gel. I plan on doing more things because it was super fun. So here, I've seen people take plastic to try to get different bulky items to lay down and then flash cure. And it works with this technique sometimes. I think I need to perfect it, or maybe find different plastic. Maybe this plastic was too rigid and I need to find something like maybe cling wrap would be better. But it worked out fine for this nail. And there's another nail that you'll see later on that became my problem child of this set, because it did all sorts of crazy stuff from this plastic. But it does work. I saw somebody that had like a flashlight, a flash curing light, that had like one of the stamping kind of silicone things on it, and she was stamping down to do the same thing, and I think I need to find that. I don't know if it's a cover for the light or if it's that specific light itself. I am not sure, but something I definitely want to look into, because on top of this being a fiddly process to begin with, doing it with the plastic was also quite fiddly. So yeah. And then here I'm just adding a little bit of some angel paper. It's like the Mylar glitter kind of deals. And this stuff, some of it was attached to itself, so some of it was thicker. So you'll see me kind of fiddling around. I didn't make you sit through all of my fiddling around with it, but just a little bit, just, you know, because that's why we're here, right? To watch each other. Well, no, I'm not watching you. That would be even weirder. But for you to watch me apply these things and see what it's like. And especially, like, I'm a good way to see what things are like when you're just trying something for the first time, because 90% of what I'm doing at this point is stuff I'm trying for the first time. So that's a very real world look at, you know, if you're trying some of this nail art business with being a beginner, then this is real life. So, but yeah, I'm just applying some angel paper. I don't add angel paper to every nail. I just wanted a few to be sparkly, but not all. Yeah. I should have probably added some more base. I don't know if I said it, I'm adding a base to stick all the flowers to, but I should have added a little bit more for this angel paper. And here I'm adding the base. I might not show it on every single nail because you don't need to see that, but I did for the first few just so you knew it was happening. And there's plenty in here. This set for me to figure out kind of where I was going and figure out how to work with these flowers. I've cut a lot out. I've edited plenty out because there was a lot of times I put stuff on the nail and then took everything off and then reset. And so I tried to not bore you with a lot of the trial and error. I do have to say though, this may be one of my favorite sets I've ever created. I really, really liked it. It was a little frustrating at first, but once I kind of got into the flow and kind of got into the rhythm with the flowers and how they behave and which ones work and which ones don't, because some of them in that set I couldn't use at all except for to break them up. They were just too chunky. But once I got that all going, like, I really liked it, and I really, really, really enjoyed playing with Builder Gel. I thought that was super fun. I don't know what it is, but it is so satisfying to get that, like, dome, to get that, like, in this case, I mean, I felt like I was kind of creating something that would be part of a science experiment or go in a museum of, you know, flora and fauna. It just came out so cute. And I really think that my sister-in-law is going to love this. I think this will be her favorite set. I think the other one she'll be like, that's cool. And I think it's really cute, but I think this is really her jam. This was what the main set of nails I was picturing for her. This is one of the chunkier ones. I did manage to work it out. There's a purple one that I play with a little bit that it just, I couldn't get it to lay down. It just wouldn't, it like wouldn't even soften once it got some base on it, because a lot of them kind of softened up when they hydrated. And maybe that might be like the key to it, is to like have ones that you know are a little bit more problematic as far as getting them to lay correctly, to let them sit in some base before you put them on. It will make them more delicate. It'll be trickier to get them on, but they might actually sit on the nail better. And honestly, I feel like that purple one not fitting was such a good thing, because I really liked how this nail turned out without it. I think it's super cute. So happy accidents, right? I think any time you play with something like this, it's just a matter of fiddling around until something works, and then you're like, oh, okay, and then the next time you don't have to go through that process. But I absolutely love this one. So stinking cute. And this definitely is a trust the process type of nail design, because sometimes you get things going and you're like, I don't know, and then you put that builder gel on and you're like, oh yeah, I do know, that is fabulous. So you just have to kind of go through it and just get there. This completely reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. Poppies will make them sleep. It's so cute though. And yes, tons and tons of fiddling. So I received an order I had placed, and it took a while, but I received the Born Pretty, I think it's called like the double rainbow set. So that is probably going to be my next video, playing with that and reviewing it from basically a beginner point of view, because if I can use it, anyone can. The magnet thing is still like a work in progress for me as far as how to get things. Like I watch people doing like the French tips with it, and I just think they're magicians. So, or magnet wizards, because I can't quite get there. And I don't know if it's the gel that I was using or if it's me. So this will be fun to kind of play and see if it's a little bit easier to use, and I guess we will find out together, because I will be unboxing that and swatching that for you, and maybe, depending on how long it takes me, throw in a quick set using it and testing it out. I guess let me know if you want to see a set with that or just the swatches. I'm happy to do both. It'll definitely be in a set for sure, so even if it doesn't happen in that specific video, like, it will happen, so you'll just let me know. I really like that little yellow one. I think it is so adorable. And anything that I use in this video, I will link in the description. And if it came from Amazon, I do make a small commission and appreciate it. You don't have to buy it from that link. I mean, it's, you know, not the point of my channel. But if you do, I appreciate the support every little bit helps, but it's not necessary. I'd rather you just be here watching, enjoying. So this nail becomes my special little problem child, and it's not because of the leaf. I'm not sure what happened, what I did wrong here, but my God, did I make a mess by doing this like bag technique to keep it down. Holy moly. I had a lot of like bubbles, and you'll see like when this finishes, like stuff floating off the side. I ended up having to do a lot of work. I saved it. It looks beautiful. No one would know. You guys will know because you're gonna see it. But my goodness, did I create an extra job for myself. Look at that. That's not the bag. That is the base that has decided to become its own nail extension. And that was really cute. I mean, at that point was like, what even do I do here? So I'm just trying to get off everything extra, because it actually created like a bubble. So it not only went off the side, but it wasn't completely attached. So I did end up having to work a little extra. By little, I mean a lot extra, trying to fix it. And that was my last leaf. So I was like, I was thinking, screw it, I'll just do another one. But I couldn't. So I had to work with that nail. And I'm glad I did, because I had to problem solve and I made it work, and she's beautiful. She's a beautiful nail. You can't even tell that she totally was a hot mess. So here I'm trying again with this purple one, thinking maybe it's soaked long enough, and I just, no, can't do it. I was trying to peel off layers, but like I was getting to a point where it was like, didn't even look like a flower anymore, just looked like a purple blob. So that's the next best thing. Just dissect it and use it, because the color was gorgeous. So, and this one actually became one of my favorite nails, even though it wasn't what I had gone in with. I wasn't sure that this pink one would show up very well, but it is so pretty and so delicate. It just looks really beautiful. Definitely one of my faves. And not a problem child like the one before. I figure with the flowers I'm drawing, even if I only get a few leaves here and there that work. I mean, like even this one I'm just dissecting, so maybe I can use it in something. Not sure. And I'm so dying to look at it, but I have them in between a book, and I have like my mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle, yes. On top of it, I have the stone one that weighs like 3,000 pounds, and I have that like smooshing the book closed, and I'm dying to look. But I know it's not time, so I'm trying to be patient. We will see if I make it, if my patience will last until they're actually dried. So, update to come. If anyone has like a place to get dried flowers for less than $10 for like a little scoopy scoop of them, please leave that in the comments, because I really do enjoy how this looks. Even though it's fiddly as all get out, the end result's Absolutely stunning. I'll take recommendations if you got them. $10 seems like a lot. My mom just sent me a text right now as I'm recording this about the purple set. Did you want her to see the video about her nails? I was like, yeah, it's fine. I think that's cute. I told her it was going to be a surprise. I didn't expect her to watch, but I'm very grateful she did. So I'm sure she'll see this before she receives them. I should be seeing her this weekend to give her her little package. So problem child here. So here I'm just trying to like file out all the bubbles and try to get the shape back to normal, because it actually did mess the shape up with flowing over the sides, creating a wing. You can kind of see there, but it's just chunky in all the wrong places. And I didn't know if like putting the builder gel over it would kind of fill in that space and, you know, make it not look like there was a bubble. So I didn't want to take any chances and try to file it down as best as possible without ruining the leaf. So if it happens to you, it is possible. You just have to be kind of careful around the actual plant matter, but you can fix it. It is possible. So here is one, oh, there's two. There's both of the hands ready to roll and ready for some builder gel. So I got that one from Amazon too, and it's not sticky when it's cured, so that's really nice. So if you're doing that as a final part of a design, like maybe like doing a bubble with it or something, you can for sure. I did still wipe it down before I buffed it just in case, but I don't actually think you need to do that. And so what I tried to do is, after watching some people play with builder gel, I tried to apply a good like slip layer and then add the volume to it afterwards. I don't show every single nail because, unfortunately, one, who has the time for that? I know most people do not want to watch that whole situation, but also this is when I forgot that, you know, I needed to be careful with how high my hand is, and I got a lot of out of focus shots. So I did put some in. There are some clearer ones. I do apologize. But it does get better, I promise. It does. But typically if I'm towards the end of the night, and this was getting late at this point, I forget all the things I need to do to have a nice video. I just get into the work. I'm like, I'm in the moment. And I was actually having so much fun playing with this builder gel that I did really kind of forget where I was supposed to look, where I'm filming, like off to the side. I mean, this is not professional, Heather. So I do apologize. Here's my problem child. I actually have so much more love for it because I had to work with it so much more. But yeah, it does work out just fine. And the flowers actually really seem to come to life under the builder gel. So it's just a cool process. If you're thinking about playing with it, just do it. Just give yourself a little bit more time than you would on a normal set, because you'll be fiddling around with it for a little while. The builder gel went pretty quickly though, to be honest. Like this stuff, it self-leveled beautifully. I did hang it upside down so that it would kind of create a little bit more of an apex, natural apex. But it leveled beautifully. It dried clear. I can't say enough good things about. And this is just coming from, like, you know, somebody with zero experience with builder gel, so there might be better ones, but it was very easy to work with. I really had no problem with it at all. So I think if you're contemplating jumping in, just do it. Just do it. Yeah, see there, I've got it upside down and I'm kind of trying to manipulate it as the gravity is working in the direction I want it to. Because the challenge is to create a nail shape, right? But also cover all the plant life. So, but it really did form beautifully. Even the angel paper really just becomes like a whole other situation. So I was having some doubts about the angel paper on there. I was like, I don't know. And then once I put that encapsulation on there, I was like, yes, I do know. It's gorgeous. So here is one hand completely finished. And look at the one with the little pink flower. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I love that so much. Really does look like something that would be like either, I could see it being like in a pendant or like even like some sort of like museum sample of a plant. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. And there I'm just checking how bumpy and lumpy things are. Make sure they're all set in there before I start to encapsulate them in the builder gel. Look, see, I'm in frame. It happened for a minute anyway. Every once in a while. But look at that glow on the angel paper. So pretty. My main goal, and I do think I got there, was to create a really delicate looking set, because that is, when I think of like my sister-in-law's aesthetic, she likes really dainty, really delicate, pretty things, and so I really wanted these to speak to her. Buffing time. So I do not show you my whole buffing situation because, you know, once you kind of see one, you pretty much see them all. But it didn't need a ton. Like, honestly, it was just a little bit on the edges to make sure that they were completely smooth, so there wasn't anything that would snag or feel weird. Because my sister-in-law has an issue with texture. So I really wanted these because I did test her on the purple set with the moon and stars. I did kind of push her out of her comfort zone with some texture. So these really needed to be like glass, just smooth and absolutely like without imperfections as far as texture goes. So I was very, very careful on my buffing, but it, like I said, it really didn't need a ton. This stuff self-leveled like a dream. Honestly, better than any gel I have. So I don't know if that's standard with a building gel, or if I just got lucky. So since it's my first one, but absolutely like just easy to work with, and the buffing didn't take very long at all. Except for the problem child needed a little extra love, but you know, we knew that was coming. that one was a little bit more raised, but that wasn't the builder gel, that was the flour, being that chunky flour. But I didn't buff through it, so that's nice. But even if you do kind of buff through it a little bit, as long as it doesn't change the shape, I mean, you're gonna throw a top coat on top, so I mean, it'll still be encapsulated. Excuse me. Still a little bit of allergies. It's very windy here. We had like a minute of sunshine the last 2 days, and now it's gone back to windy, and it's going to be rainy all weekend. And I am ready for summer. I have dresses that are talking to me from my closet that want to be worn. I'm over having to bring a sweater everywhere. I need it. I need the sun. Yeah, there's the problem child. But it does look good, right? Would you know that it was having an issue? I mean, even from here. I do have to work a little bit longer on it, but I mean, I think it looks like kind of like a normal nail. Just more the shape and like making sure that, because it did kind of bulk out on the sides, and I wanted it to not be like the fattest nail. I do believe that's the middle finger, so yes, it is. So here I am, I'm just wiping off all of the dust with some alcohol and a quote-unquote lint-free wipe. I think we need to talk to the people that name these things, because that's not exactly true. But yeah, and I'm getting ready to top coat the entire set. And I'm using the GAOY top coat that comes in the same set with the base. It's a great little set, and it comes with quite a bit in there. And I like it because it's not super thick, but it also isn't completely runny. So it doesn't, you know, you still have some time to play with it if you're doing all the nails. It's not like it's going to run off the nail, but it's not crazy thick. So if you've already got a thick set, because this is definitely, I would say, on the thicker side as far as press-ons go. It's not adding like a ton of bulk to it. And it has stayed shiny on my other sets that I've been playing with. So far so good. I will probably repurchase it. Just come alive with the base coat. I mean the top coat. Sorry. You know what I'm saying. I do wish they'd make the bottles for like in a set of like base and top different shapes. Like, it's not enough to just put it on as a label, because you won't even notice while you're working with it that it's not the right thing. So companies make them slightly different, like put a ball on the top or like a star or something to let us know, or a different color bottle even. That would be crazy. Different color lid, that would work.
Okay.
Just spitball in here. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not anybody. Oh, look at that one. Oh, I love that one. They only give like 2 or 3. Some of them have 2, some of them have 3 of the same color flowers, of the bigger flowers. So, but I could see wearing a whole set with those pretty pink ones. They are just stunning. So that's cured. That is done and ready to be worn. They are so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love them. I cannot wait to see them on Ashley. That's my sister. Oh, stunning. Love them. And that is the whole set. Everything has been top coated and they're ready to roll. I hope you enjoyed this. I loved it, and I hope it inspires you to play with these and some builder gel, because it is so fun and the results speak for themselves. Thank you for watching, and come back again. Have a fabulous day. Bye.